PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Things are starting to change. Used car prices are coming down. Availability is coming up. New cars are starting to arrive at the dealership. And this opens up a whole different chapter. For some of you that have been watching me for a year, you've never experienced this before. For some of you that are long-term veteran salespeople, you need to help some of the people that are new in the business understand what's about to happen. So I've contacted your dealership. You have a vehicle that I'm interested in. As the population of new cars increase, that means that every other dealership in the market area has that exact same car. As we start loading the lot up again, because we've been complaining about it for quite a time now, we don't have any cars, KC. We don't have any cars. And I believe what you're saying. You were selling them as fast as they came in. You were selling them before they came in, pre-selling cars, even pre-owned cars. If you knew the car was inbound, you probably had a buyer on it before the car ever arrived. Now let's flip the coin over. So now I've got a Tacoma that somebody's very interested in. 4 other dealerships in my market area have the exact same vehicle. I can find out the VIN from another one at ABC Toyota, look it up. It's the exact same vehicle at the exact same price. Now I've booked an appointment with a customer at 10 a.m. Let's say it's Tuesday or Wednesday. They've contacted the dealership and I've booked an appointment. Let me take you back into the day. So back when I started selling cars in the 80s, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have any way to be able to get out on social media. We couldn't text the customer. Most people at that time did not have a cell phone, so we had to call a landline. People screened their calls. They had answering machines. They could see, I don't want to answer that, or they let it play and let somebody pick up. Hey, this is KC from the dealership. They're not picking up the phone call. They've admitted to coming Saturday at 10 o'clock. As I got into the training world in the 90s, we started laughing about how many people wouldn't show up. And it was one of those uncomfortable laughs because if I set an appointment with a full-grown adult, this is somebody that contacted me, I set an appointment with them, I blocked my time, and they don't show up. It's very irritating. Listen, right now in the market, if you've got that one Tacoma and nobody within 250 miles has that Tacoma and that customer wants it, and they say they're going to be there at 10 o'clock on Saturday, they're probably there somewhere around 9:15, getting there as fast as they can because they really want the vehicle. I'm flipping the coin. Now, the number one reason why they don't show up on Saturday at that 10 a.m. blocked appointment that you really were counting on for the week is because Thursday night, somebody at another dealership convinced them to come in on that evening and they bought the Tacoma. Now, did they pick the phone up? Did they email you? Did they text you and let you know that they bought and they wouldn't be coming in? Of course they don't. So it's always interesting to me that the bad moniker or the bad name is out there that the salespeople treat the customer poorly, but it's really in reverse. So what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about the things that bothered me the most. My manager used to say, did you confirm your appointments? And I struggle with that so much. I've booked an appointment at 10 o'clock on Saturday. I tried to send some information out to the customer. It depended on what decade we're in, the way I sent the information out. But I never really wanted to call the customer back and go, hey, were you really serious? Were you really going to come in at 10? Or were you like just saying that so I would stop talking? And I felt like I was begging. Oh, you said you were coming in at 10 and I was really hoping you were going to actually make it. And I hated to pick the phone up and to verify the appointment. My worst fear was the customer would say, why are you calling me at work? I told you I'd be there at 10 o'clock. Now I know they're not coming. So it was always like, I guess if I use an analogy, opening that bag of potato chips. You know, if you can't get it open because you're afraid you're going to rip it and they're going to go everywhere, people are looking at you going like, man, you need to get in the gym. Or you rip it and you only get the one off the floor with a 3-second rule. So what I want to do is I want to talk about a way, a singular way. There's multiple ways to try to get the customer to realize that we are in preparation and have prepared for them to arrive. This is a cutout. I cut this out with my own scissors. It's a piece of cardstock, and all I have to do is put what I need on the other side. So I've done this for a certified car. So this says certified used vehicle. This certified vehicle is reserved for Jack Johnson. So my customer at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning is Mr. Jack Johnson. Then I've got the tech. So on a used car side, and use this if you can, everybody wants to know, is the car okay? Would you not? If you're buying a pre-owned car, would you not want to know the car had been treated right? Would you not want to know, wouldn't you want to interview the last owner and say, did you take care of the maintenance of the car? Has the car ever been in a wreck before? I mean, everybody wants to know that if they're in a pre-owned. Well, there's 43 million pre-owned vehicles sold a year and only about 16 million new cars. So this pre-owned thing is gigantic, especially for your income. So one of the things we do on every single pre-owned car that goes on your lot for sale, it doesn't matter whether it's certified or a pre-owned used car, every one of those go through your shop. There's not a Toyota dealership in the nation, all 1,238 Toyota dealerships, that take a car in trade, wash it off, and put it out there for sale. Everything goes through the shop. We're protecting the dealership, we're protecting the brand. So I know a technician has signed a repair order. The repair order is signed. So the very first thing on here is I've got the name of the technician. Why would you ever sell a pre-owned car from your dealership ever and not tell the customer the name of the tech? I realize some customers want to take the car to their mechanic. Well, the nice thing about it is the best certified Toyota technicians in the whole United States, they work under our rooftop. They work for us. And so we've already paid a technician to inspect this car. So you don't have to come out of any pocket any money. For example, on the certified side, we paid him to do a 160-point quality assurance check sheet. I call it a diagnostic. On the pre-owned side, I got a Nissan Altima on a Toyota lot. I've already paid that technician to open that RO, to look through that car, do an oil change, make sure everything's taken care of, belts and hoses, that the car drives out right, and close that. So we've already paid the technician to check the car out for the customer. I will promise you, I don't think they're really putting that together. Why are they going to drive it over to a brand B repair shop and get charged a half an hour labor for somebody just to look over the car and go, yeah, that's all right, huh? When we know that we've got a certified Toyota technician in the back that's already signed off on that. So repair order is available, gang. All you need is the VIN. You go to the VIN, go to an ASM, have them pull it up, and we can see exactly what was done to the car. They're not coming in till Saturday. Why haven't you done that? On the certified side, I've got a used car manager and a service director that have signed the 160-point document, and I'm going to put their names in here. So what I'm giving the customer when they arrive is the 3 people that I think are solely responsible for the quality of the vehicle as we deliver it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo of this with my phone, and I'm going to text this to my customer, and the word track's going to be, Mr. Johnson, I've already pulled the car from the inventory before I went home on Friday night. It's parked in the 3rd parking space right in front of the dealership, facing out with your name on it. I can't wait to see you at 10 o'clock. Now, some managers may look at me right now and say, Casey, that's not an appointment verification. Not going to argue with you. What I want that person to do is I want them to look at that picture and go, well, it looks like Casey's gone through the extra mile to go ahead and pull the car up, make sure the car was clean in preparations for my arrival at 10 o'clock. To be honest with you, I was really not going to go, but since this salesperson did this much in preparation for our appointment, I'm going to go. My question to everybody is, how many times does something like this have to work before it becomes super important? One time makes you more money. If I'm your general manager or if I'm the dealer principal of your dealership, if I walk into my management staff and go, how many we got working on Saturday? Somebody's going to make a number up. We got a lot, boss. That's it. There's so many we can't even count them. That means they don't know. If they got a list out here, 20 people that are coming in, but most people don't have a list. But how about being the manager, the general manager, or the owner of the dealership and arriving on a Saturday morning and having 15 cars on the front row with the designation of the customer's name on there? Go the extra mile. You're not going to believe what's going to happen over the next 12 months. The customers are going to set appointments to come look at a car, and they're going to set appointment with more than one dealership. If they buy before they get to you, they're not going to show up for the appointment. Just another way to verify that we have done our job and we're prepared for the appointment. PK52, the Saturday Morning Meeting.